Okay, so last time, our intrepid adventurers, having defeated the wicked Baba Lysaga, decided to test their luck and continue their adventure further into her hut itself. Having set foot inside, they began to scour for any loot or treasure that would be available to them. Instead found a crying baby alone in a crib. More investigation led to the gem that was hidden beneath the floorboards, belonging beneath this illusory baby. But upon just a statement I never thought I'd ever have to make in my life, but illusory baby it is. Gonna be my new Twitter handle.
Oh no.
So, trying to obtain the gem, the house came to life and wrestled with its occupants, trying to rend you from itself and protect itself from the loss of the gem. After suffering near catastrophic losses yet again, just barely managed to escape with your lives before formulating a plan to get in, get the gem, and get out. Using all the resources at hand and available to you, you rushed in, having rested just a little bit, as much as you could. You rushed in, and through some lucky checks and some teeth-shaped floorboards, managed to secure the gem and finally rid yourself of the swamps and the ruins of Berez. Heading north, you continue to climb upwards, up the river, up the mountainside, back towards the town of Alaki. Now staying at a familiar outcrop where you'd stayed before, a few hundred feet above the river, staring up even a few more hundred feet at the ruins of that ancient castle, that citadel in shambles of the Order of the Silver Dragon. Angervolsholt, casting its wicked shadow down upon you in the morning light.
Did we get a long rest in before coming
You
this
did
direction?
get a long rest finally, yep.
Okay, cool. Leo is out of everything but hit points.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm a fighter. I get stuff back after a short rest. Hey,
Why are you so against taking them?
Against taking what, short rest?
Rests?
Yeah.
I'm not against taking short
not
rests.
Not you. That one.
Hold on.
That
Sorry.
one. That one, like you're the angry father talking about his children.
Sorry, just like that little recap there. Just like, got some memories stirring in my head about that whole hut fight.
True.
I don't recall.
During my watch, can I ascertain anything about the green gem that I have on my person?
Make an Arcana check.
Hey. Hey, that's a 20.
Okay. So you've seen a gem of its like before.
Yep.
When you pulled it from the statue, that crude wooden depiction of Strahd on that hilltop. The gem itself doesn't seem to have any direct properties that would affect you holding it, but it is giving off honestly an energy that is very familiar to you. This life-giving essence that is deeply rooted somehow in the Fae itself.
Okay. Cool.
So, Cole, after his sort of morning rituals, pack up his things, and go up to Rango, sort of, Rango, I don't know if you could prestidigitate away mosquito bites, but I'm covered after being in that swamp.
I am afraid, my friend, that the great Durango is more skilled in the prevention of these bugs than in treating the results. I am most sorry.
Hey, it's gonna drive me nuts all day. Why are we going to this place again?
Another one of these stones, I thought.
Do
Actually,
you
I
not
don't know
recall
that
the
it's...
charming fellow that told us he was heading this way? Why, surely he has some lovely friends here as well.
And I came up here, and there seemed to be some interesting stuff. So, I don't know. Might be interesting to say the least.
Didn't you just see spiders or some shit?
Yes, spiders are interesting.
That is quite the epitaph, Mr. Tins.
Thanks.
Make sure to scribble it on a gravestone or stick or whatever we have at hand at the time when we have to bury you.
Tens wraps his arm around Ash's shoulder and just says, "Come now, you don't have to deal with all this. It's gonna be fine. No need to be quite so down. We got each other in this, at least."
Yeah. Okay.
Inside.
Okay.
Ash is as stiff as a board right now. Nice.
Oh.
Congratulations on your natural 20. Tins, after spending basically the night with the green rock, has woken up nice and green in spring and is much more jovial than he has been in recent days. There is excitement to it that is typical of spring, and he is absolutely going out of his way to annoy Ash.
Oh,
So that's what Durango knows.
Yes.
Right.
Picking up on this, Durango's going to grab his mandolin and start playing a very, very light and cheerful tune, kind of like matching Tensvetta's mood.
This is great.
Oh, you haven't played this one in a while, Rango. And Cole starts like stomping his feet and clapping to it.
How many feet down is the river? How far is that? I don't.
Tends to like try to sway with Ash, like holding him in what little bit of grip he has.
Okay,
Come on.
are we walking or are we?
We can dance. We
Even
can dance
though-
and walk.
You can dance if you wanna. I'm gonna
can
leave
leave.
some firm heads behind.
Oh, he called his friends again.
I meant Cole
So
and Durango.
Are you
Sure.
going up to the ruins?
Yeah, I'm playing a jaunty
yeah.
tune apparently.
Yeah. Like full on, like.
So as our boisterous, jovial party makes its way up through the ruins, the backside is very steep. It's like abutted directly to a sheer cliff mountainside. So it's difficult to get up that way. But you find a less steep path that leads back up to this old, forgotten, overgrown dirt road that just winds through that dark forest. And even in the morning light, through the mist, everything is shadowed, constrained, choked off. Turning back towards the ruin, you can see the remnants, those stone towers reaching and clawing out of the from the ground, out and trying to pierce the sky. You walk towards them and find yourselves at the foot of, and I will pronounce this once right this entire series, Argenvostholt. Argenvostholt. You can see it
Most old.
there.
Jeez.
As the party approaches, the tune changes from light and jovial to something It's like slowly changes, very gradual, but becomes more somber and mysterious.
Yeah, as you walk towards this circular cart path, goes around this grassy knoll a few hundred feet before the castle itself. And it really is, for many of you, would be considered a castle or a small fort. But perched atop a 10-foot wide, 10-foot high cube of granite in the middle of this moss-covered mound is a large statue of a dragon, its wings tucked close to its body, staring eastward toward the mansion.
Why is it looking into the castle?
Probably guarding something, I would think. And Tins is just gonna walk over to the statue and like sit on it, kind of look up underneath it and check out the actual handiwork. It's very good.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Would I, in a religious context, know anything about dragons, or maybe something about this one in particular?
So from where you are currently standing, and keep in mind every square on this particular map is
10 foot.
10 feet, right? So, you're maybe 40, 50 feet away from it.
I'll move up.
Yeah, the mist rises, and it's difficult from a distance to even make out some of the features. But as you get closer, that dark winged shape, which is facing away from you towards the mansion, is more noble in appearance than you expected. The statue itself having the very sort of feminine but regal appearance common to silver dragons, which makes sense. That is the name.
Order of the Silver Dragon. Got a 22 on my investigation.
Yeah. As you get closer, Tensveta, you see that there is a bit of rune work around the base, but it seems to have faded and worn off over time. But in particular, due to your magical studies now, you know that once upon a time, and although it doesn't look to be active anymore, that this statue used to radiate evocation magic, as if at some point it had been part of a magical trap that is long since disabled.
Well, I don't think we're gonna have an issue going in. And he just walks up to the front door.
Oh, Tens.
What are
I
you
know.
doing?
I know you're in a great mood. Don't do this, please.
Don't do
Please,
what?
we just yelled at Ash for this, not yesterday.
I'm not opening it.
Stay with us.
I'm right here. I can see you.
I don't know why I bother.
Me either.
I can't move my token.
Oh, it's because when I placed this, it was so long time ago before I had to duplicate your character.
Oh yeah,
No,
that's
for
right.
when you became a good boy.
Yeah, well, good enough.
Better boy.
Good enough is honestly the best way that could have been phrased. So, as you approach Tensveta, flagstone steps, flanked by stone railings, climb to a landing in front of a pair of tall wooden doors with rusted iron bands. Knockers shaped like small dragons carved into the lintel. Above the entrance is the word Argenvosthold.
He just points straight up at it and just goes, "Does that mean anything to any of you?"
I think it's the name, mate.
Names mean things.
I mean, it.
Yeah, but it's like asking what Tensveta means, or Cole means, or Durango means.
And Sveta, turning around now, you feel what you saw before, that dragon. The mouth actually hinges open in the statue.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this from inside the mouth, this cold begin to form. Where that cone of cold would have come out long ago, but now just a bit of cold wind blows across the steps and up, bouncing across the door. You see leaves and bits of dust and debris just...
Tens like smacks Ash on the shoulder and says, "Hey, look, it's like you, except more regal, not as down." Turns back to the door and like kind of feels it and checks it to see if it's locked.
Ash is gonna kind of lean over this railing and take a look at this window, see if he sees anything.
Attempting to climb up, you can climb up fairly easy, although it's high above you, that window, but you get in and you just kind of peek through, but the glass is all like dirty and fogged, just caked in like dust. So it's difficult to make out anything on the inside. You don't see any movement, nothing that alerts you. Then Sveta, you play with the door to see if it is open, and yeah, it's unlocked. Like
Come
a
on.
gate of some large cathedral. It just opens before you.
Hey, I'd be careful if that thing is supposed to do something and didn't do it, and this is just opened.
It's because it's old and already been triggered. I'm gonna check everything. I'm not stupid. And he just steps through the door and just says, "Come on, Nan," and starts looking around.
He says as he doesn't check and check his way through the door.
As you enter, Sveta,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody behind him, the room, this foyer, I'm sorry, in the middle, in this massive cathedral-like structure, feels like a king's tomb. A grand staircase leads up to stone balconies held aloft by pillars and arches. A tall, faded tapestry depicting a nobleman in silver armor hangs from an iron rod above the staircase landing. 6 sets of double doors lead from the foyer along the walls. Just lead from this foyer. Along the walls, displayed on marble pedestals, are 3 alabaster busts of handsome-looking men. A 4th bust and its pedestal have been knocked over, and their shattered remains lie strewn across the mosaic floor. 2 chandeliers of wrought iron hang from the ceiling like monstrous black spiders.
Cozy.
I want to be buried somewhere like this.
As you all stand there, I need everybody to make a perception check for me.
Perception. Natural 20 for 25.
Whoa,
It's,
look at
19.
these rolls.
Wow.
We're not
These
gonna have
rolls,
these.
great.
We're not gonna have these when it comes to combat, and we're all gonna
Beautiful.
die here.
We're all screwed. We've all just
Mhm.
sealed our own fates.
I've rolled
You sure
over
have.
15.
So everybody that passed that check, go ahead and make a wisdom save for me.
Is it for a charm or a fear effect?
Yes.
Then I have advantage.
Ability to check or save and throw.
Saving throw.
I think. Let me check. Let me make sure I'm right.
+3 with you if you're within.
Is
10
it
feet of me.
charmed or is it fear?
Fear.
Okay.
And karma comes back. That's an 11.
Hey, 22.
22, okay. So
And we're
all of you as
within
you
10
enter,
feet, so we get +3.
all of you as you enter the foyer now, you're standing in this massive empty chamber, watching these grand tiled floors meld into these marbled walls, these pillars and stairs, everything immaculate and ornate in its structure. From up above in the broken ceiling, this massive shadow just encapsulates the floor as it passes over you and up the walls. All of you see like the beating of massive black wings in this shadowed form, but nothing attached as it just passes over, the fear of which grips you, Ash and Cole, for a moment. Just absolute and utter terror, and then it passes.
Tins is going to light the sun sword so that way there's light in the space to get rid of some of the shadows.
Sure. What's the range on that? So I can add it in there.
15, isn't it?
Is it 15?
See.
I thought it was 15.
It is 15 and then 15, so 30 total. 15 of it being dim.
There you go. So it's Sveta lights the sword. It just casts this bright, brilliant light across, glinting off of whatever bits of stained glass in the windows that it can find as it dances across the room. However, those shadows still thick cling to the pillars as they bounce across the walls.
So Tins would know that there's spider webs in this direction, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, that wing is practically completely destroyed. From what, I don't know yet, but there's a bunch of spiders in that direction, so probably don't go that way. Do we want to go the other side and see what here, or do we want to go upstairs?
Using my background of, being around castles and doing my urban bounty hunting stuff, would I have a good idea of where somebody might keep something valuable and hidden in a castle or a fortress like this?
Valuable and hidden.
Probably more the hidden part.
Really depends on the structure, because this is castle or cathedral. Either way, go and make a history check for me.
14.
So typically it could either be somewhere underneath or somewhere at the top, right? It's usually only one of the two. It's either under the castle in some sort of treasury or vault, or up at the top.
Well, might as well start at the top, work your way down.
Last time we tried that, we almost got eaten by a house.
It's true.
That is a very valid point, but
Perhaps, Mr. Ash, we should explore closer to the door so that should things go terribly wrong, as they tend to, we can flee with expedience.
Well, I was gonna say, but how many times do you actually almost get eaten by a house? But twice since I've been in Barovia, so
You know who you are,
Yeah,
You're in the jungle,
good point.
baby.
What?
I can't believe it actually has been twice.
Yeah. Cole is carefully, and he's sort of assuming it's probably not going to be super booby trapped as soon as you walk in through the door, since the one over there. So he's going to come over to this northern side, being relatively careful, but he's not watching his step too much.
Not super booby trapped, minus the cone of cold trap. That's
Well, yeah, that is disabled and gone.
okay.
Ash will cover him.
Yep.
So
As
you
he
creep
opens the
up to
doors.
this first door, open it.
Yeah, shield up, kick it in.
All right. As you kick in the door, it swings open with a loud bang as it hits the wall.
You don't have to kick them,
Yeah, it's so much cooler though, right?
Yeah, but
You're-
whenever there's nothing there, it's just kind of lame and unnecessary.
I don't need your sass.
Your eyes scan the room from top of your shield as this voice is nagging you. Backseat, tanking from behind.
Backseat adventuring.
What you see before you is a wood-paneled den. It looks as if it has been ransacked. Furnishings tossed about, broken and moldy. A cold, dark hearth dominates the west wall between two narrow windows. Standing upright against the north wall is a sarcophagus made of black wood with a queen's effigy carved into its lid.
Well,
Careful around this. And as they come in, I just sort of point at the sarcophagus.
Tins is going to pull out that wand and like tap it on his heel for a second before popping off a wand of secrets.
Yeah, you use the wand of secrets and nothing.
Secret door or trap within 30 feet.
Yeah, nothing.
I think it's fine, and he's just going to go over to the sarcophagus and like start looking at it, trying to figure out a way to open it.
It's got a pretty basic hinge. It actually looks like it's made to easily open.
Yep. Open it. But like peek in it first, not like full open, just kind of like.
You peek in as you creak open the case. Something rolls, something rolls and bangs into the front.
Can I see what it
Can't quite
is with
see.
the sun sword?
Looks like a bottle.
We're gonna open it up all the way.
Yeah, and as you do, the bottle smashes on the ground. This dark red liquid just spews across the floor.
Dang it!
Looking around, too, as you're looking at the floor, you can see a bunch of broken glass. Bits of wine glasses left over. It appears that this sarcophagus is just a wine cabinet.
Does
What
the
is it?
effigy say
Yeah.
anything?
What?
Does the effigy that's on it, on the sarcophagus, the queen's effigy, say anything intelligible?
Nothing. No words.
This is boring so far. He's just gonna go to the next door and like kind of listen to it for a second. See if he hears any skittering.
You don't hear any skittering, but as you walk past that hearth, a fire suddenly erupts from in the hearth.
Oh,
You can see that flame twist and turn its head, suddenly becoming this lizard-like draconic form as this mouth begins to move. It hisses and crackles. And all of a sudden, from behind these unfurls these smoky wings. I need everybody to roll initiative.
It's a Balrog.
I hate this. I hate this.
I love it.
Yeah, you're not the one that's terrified of fire.
Oh no.
Sucks to suck.
Why
Hope it was worth
why do you think Ash all of a sudden is in the corner?
Yeah, no. As soon as he said fire, I looked up and
Alright,
saw Ash just.
Keep forgetting I have to do that. I'm so sorry.
No, I forget.
My initiatives this whole campaign have just been ball sacks. Just straight nuts.
I rolled a 2 if it's any consolation.
It is.
Yeah, and I also
Except
need a
you
wisdom.
still
I need
go
a
before
wisdom
me.
save for Ash.
Yeah, of course you do. Oh, good.
Oh.
21. Whew.
Anyway, but this isn't ordinary fire as it twists and turns inside the hearth. You can hear through the crackling, the fire, the sounds of like campfire wood snapping. You hear a voice begin to coalesce.
My knights have fallen into darkness. Save them if you can. Show them the light they have lost.
Sveta.
Does it look like it's threatening?
Hard to tell.
Even with my 19 passive, huh? Let's see.
Yeah, you take that observant feat. Shove it.
I don't even have observant, that's the thing.
Oh, I hate it.
I think Tins is just going to be like, how can we show them how can we show them your light if we don't know where they are?
No response.
Cool. I just wasted my turn then.
Good. Ash.
Ash is gonna move to this corner. Show him the sword, you idiot! And I am going to ready my attack. I'm gonna hold my attack in case the individual does anything threatening towards my allies.
Right.
Glad you said
So is it-
allies.
As the two of you stand there waiting for something to happen, the fire just suddenly whips around and explodes. The entire room is filled with fire, Ash. I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh my god, okay, so it is attacking.
Would that trigger my attack then too?
That was a garbage roll. I'm gonna use a luck point.
Okay.
So that's never bitten me in the
You know what?
ass before.
I take it back.
Yeah.
What?
I take it back. I read that wrong.
Oh.
Sorry. It doesn't explode.
Do we need dex saves?
No, it's I read it wrong, so you don't need dex saves. You're
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Instead, what happens, because none of you attacked it, is it dissipates into a wisp of smoke and vanishes. Sorry. I was used to everything just automatically killing you.
I mean, to be fair, we didn't even question it. We're just like, oh, okay, it makes sense, yeah.
At this point, yeah, just par for the course, Barovia.
Just holding my sword out still, like, here's the light.
Yeah, it just fizzles and vanishes.
You're no fun.
It's fine. I don't want it
What
to be
the-
fun.
What a charming fellow, huh?
Could have been more fun.
So you think I was like a general or something?
Well, if it was.
He said my knights, so it makes me wonder if it isn't like the guy who supposedly they worshipped. He's gonna
Yeah.
turn and kick the door open.
Like the silver. God damn it.
You're muted.
You kick the door open and it bangs.
Do as I say, not as I do. Do I have to?
See, it's just ridiculous. It's not worth it, is it? It didn't really do anything for anybody. It didn't make me feel cool.
As you
Well,
turn
that's a
around and
problem
look
with you.
through the room, the tattered velvet drapes cover these tall, slender windows and encircle this parlor. The furnishings are covered with dust and cobwebs and lie in disarray, and a damaged brass chandelier hangs from the ceiling, which is covered with a faded mural that depicts metallic dragons and colorful birds flying beneath white clouds.
This was once lovely. I'm telling you, I would like to live in a place like this, if not be buried in one.
I don't know. I find the artwork to be a little bit gaudy and out of date.
I'm Ash.
Man, okay. I'm just gonna sort of look around. A couple of the drapes I'm gonna draw back just to get some light in here.
just whatever dim light from the
Unsure.
the sun sword is brighter than the actual light outside in this particular room. Again, the light glinting and dancing off those stained glass windows.
They are very pretty.
Besides just being like birds and dragons on the ceiling, does it look like it's portraying anything? Is it telling any sort of story?
Nothing that you can gather, nothing that you would know of. It all just seems like just kind of beautiful art and depictions of these metallic dragons.
Oh no, I'm not seeing anything in here. Here's nice work.
I'm gonna check the door that's beside me. You saying?
Oh no, they just got similar paintings to where I'm from.
It's nice though.
I don't know what's with the ceiling painting though. It's got to be difficult. I just love the ceilings. It's, you know,
Well,
paint
it's,
the wall.
well, I don't know that it's the artists that love the paintings, but the people who pay the artists have the paintings done on the ceiling because they can afford to pay someone to paint on the ceiling. So it's like a show of wealth, right? That's my thought.
Yeah, that's all it really is.
Ryan, go take notes. We're painting our ceilings.
Yes.
The benefits that I decorated the Durango Fortescue see to this is that your artworks are now out of reach of filthy peasants.
Also true.
And it gives you something to look at when you got the spins.
Yes, valid.
Also true. I'm checking that door.
Is this table anything at all, or is it just like a desk?
No, most everything in here is just so worn with time that even the drapery or anything, you feel like if you were to touch it, it could potentially rip or fall apart. It's everything is very old.
Can I? Speaking of that, could I possibly put an age to this wood with my woodcarver's tools proficiency?
You can try.
What do you want me to roll?
I'm gonna go with wisdom, and you can take advantage with your
Proficiency bonus?
either or.
Okay.
So pick one: advantage or proficiency bonus.
Let's see, what's the proficiency bonus? 3. Yeah, let's just take advantage. I'm not gonna get too much further. Double 20s, baby.
Good God, man.
for a 23.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
How old's this
being
wood? I fucking know.
kind of intrinsically tied to the wood itself. And you've seen a lot of other old and decrepit structures, and you saw some particularly in the Amber Temple. And this is very similar in age. I mean, whatever's here seems to date back almost a millennium. Like we're talking 600-700 years, 800 years maybe.
He points at the wood that's like splintered, but a little bit is like not broken here, and he just says, "You know, honestly, as we get out of here, there's a museum might pay for that wood. Quite a lot, actually. It's very, 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 very old."
I mean, wouldn't it be better if it was something besides just wood?
Yes, but if you can find something that's, still whole in all of this. And he just turns around and walks through the door.
Ash points at the ceiling. I think that'd probably be better in the museum.
You can't take a ceiling.
Could you?
Yeah, with
You
enough
can't.
money.
Trust me, you can't.
With enough money.
I've got approximately 9,000 gold, silver pieces on my person. I mean, not 9,000. Yeah, no, 9,000.
And
As
just
you-
say within 10 feet of me.
Make your way through this 10-foot tall archway on either side moves down a set of stone stairs to an iron gate, chained shut, and judging by the state of the chain, has been so for a very long time. There's a lock, a padlock, that is placed on the chain itself, but beyond you can just see the same courtyard. There's a little dirt path that seems to meander off into overgrowth and nothing further.
Do we maybe want to see if we can open this, and the off chance we need the inevitability of needing an escape route?
That's what I was thinking.
Might be the smartest thing you've ever said.
Durango just nods and smiles approvingly.
We still got the crowbar, and as that mine broke a bit back.
I mean, I can just... On the padlock.
If it's not rusted shut, mate.
It's rusted shut, yeah. Then we'll know that you can just punch it.
Oh yeah, that works. Just punching it. Yeah, be my guest.
No, I didn't say me. I said you.
No, to fiddle with it.
Oh, okay. Gonna fiddle with the lock.
Go ahead.
Can I investigate it first? See what the situation is with the lock? How bad off is it? 24.
Right.
I'm gonna run out of good rolls.
I was gonna say, please no combat tonight.
It is very rusted, so it won't be easy, but it's always doable. Really just depends on if the mechanisms are still intact inside, which you won't really know until you get in there and try.
I'm gonna pull out my crowbar and just break it off.
Okay. Make a strength check. With advantage for the crowbar, right?
Yep.
Should be interesting.
-1. Here we go. 17.
Could be worse.
17. So yeah, even not very strong, you managed to find a good wedge, and it just snaps. The chain rattles against the metal bars to the ground. The gate sort of swings open on a rusty hinge, creaks loudly as it creeps open.
Oh, you big strong man, my hero.
I'm gonna let him handle this from now on.
No.
Take it
no,
easy.
That hurt. My arms are incredibly sore after
mate,
that.
Oh mate, that
and
was
he-
perfect.
Ping, 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 ping. He just drops the crowbar in the middle of the stone pathway. Nope, I quit.
Pick up the crowbar. It's mine now.
Yep. I will now delete it off of my sheet.
You see Ash was about to start reaching for it.
Denzel jauntily, happily make his way up the steps. Check that door.
You
Says
muted.
Good thinking on that one there. Ash, now we know where to go.
Yeah, I'm really tired of not taking naps when we should. It's like, just push yourself a little bit more, then, then all of a sudden you're taking a forced nap.
That was all you, mate. That was your decision.
I know. Quite impatient.
Yeah.
JD, if you asked Tens to do something, you were muted.
What would I ask him to do?
I don't know. You thought you said something and that we went on a tirade.
Oh, no, I said the door doesn't appear to be locked. That was before your tirade. Okay. So as you enter this room, there are tattered brown drapes that cover all the windows. Similar circular room as the tower you're in on the other side of the keep. A heavy curtain hangs across an archway to the south. Strewn about the floor is the wreckage of maybe half a dozen beds and other pieces of furniture.
Look at this. Terrible designing. Look where these beds are. Not very efficient.
You know, you shouldn't talk to about an interior designer. That being said, though, boys, this is... Structurally, this place ain't half bad.
My friends, I have had a thought. Do not let it astound you too much. I understand that the mechanisms of my mind, they are quite astounding, but do you think that our friend in the fireplace perhaps was being quite literal? And with that, Durango moves to the nearest curtain and rips it off the window.
Yeah, it tears easily. The curtains in this room are not nearly as decorative as the ones in the previous room, but it rips in this dusty, moth-covered fashion. Bits of like insects begin to fly out from underneath it as you just yank on it, and it comes down quickly. And a bit of that soft gray light just pierces the windows. Nothing happens.
Dodging the debris, Durango looks quite proud of himself.
No. Not a bad idea. Ash picks up like the leg of a chair and throws it at the window that Durango just uncovered.
All right. The stained glass window shatters, and as it does, just debris just begins to fall. And
Why would you do that? It was gorgeous.
You know, and I was thinking about taking this place over for myself, and you just did some window damage. I'm gonna have to send you a bill.
And that was pretty glass. Why would you do that?
This was not quite what I had in mind, Mr. H.
You could just clean it. Can't you just snap, snap, snap and make it clean?
Yeah, actually.
See? Not your brightest idea.
Oh, we can't leave this like this, and then Cole starts like ripping the beds apart to try to make like a impromptu window patch.
A little voice deep down inside Ash is just like, yes, break, destroy everything, forget your friends.
I pick up another chair leg and just throw it at where I think another window is behind a...
Are you finished?
Yeah.
I just snap and I clean off one of the dirty beds and go check this curtain.
You're the worst. The absolute
You're the worst.
Fuck you. You know,
So
Ash switches to like a pretty elven woman and goes, "Oh, you never know. You might have." And then switches back to Ash.
that sounds like a good time. We should talk about that later.
As he comes up on the curtain, Ash looks over at Cole and goes, "His good mood is infecting me. We need to fix this. I don't know what is going on."
You're muted.
Ride.
Oh, well, what I was going to say was, yet again, mate, that's on you. I can't do nothing about it. Get yourself together.
I can hear you. I'm right here.
Cole is going
as
to
the
drop.
madness starts to spread.
Cole's going to draw back this larger curtain.
Okay. You pull back the larger curtain to reveal a kitchen. Looks like it has been plundered as the tables are overturned. The floor is littered with rusted utensils and smashed crockery, if you will. Narrow windows flanking a hearth look out over a cemetery. An open iron pot hangs from a hook inside the blackened fireplace. It rattles on its hook and bobs up and down as though something is inside it.
No. One of you guys go walk by that thing.
We got more on the fireplace here. No,
Tense just goes over to it.
Ten, stop.
And like looks inside the thing.
Durango fires up his mandolin, and a spectral version of his own six-fingered hand like zooms across the room and like grabs the edge of the pot and tips it before Ten's Vedic
All of
gets
this
close.
happening simultaneously as Tens is walking towards it. The pot overturns and out flies just an ordinary bat. Just starts fluttering around, bouncing around the room before exiting out through that broken window.
Bye-bye.
Tens, come here. And Paul goes up to Tensveda. Listen, mate, I get it. In a great mood. Fantastic. This small group right here is the only shot we got at getting out of Barovia, and I can't have be losing us, alright? So, any one of us. Stop it. Knock it off.
I'm not doing anything worse than what anybody else would do. I'm not being completely reckless.
You just stuck
I'm
your
just
head in a pot.
curious.
The
I didn't
last
stick my head in it.
A flame being came out of the last fireplace we just walked past, mate.
Yes, I know, but this one didn't have any wood or anything. There was something actually rattling around, and the last one didn't even do anything. We just talked to it for a second, and it said, "Do this for my people." We say,
Mate,
"Okay."
Have you heard of the word caution?
Yes.
Use it.
No. And I'm not going far from you. You said be within 10 feet of you. I'm doing
Mate,
as much
if
as
you
I
stick
can.
your head in a pot and it explodes into flames and you lose your head.
Well, sucks to suck, I guess.
Durango speaks to Cole in Infernal. Are all elves of this disposition? However, did they discover that they live for centuries when they all die within their first?
I think this one's an exception. Also, an infernal back to him. I think this one sort of wants to die.
I know you're talking about me. I don't know what you're saying, but it's rude. With the way that your eyebrow keeps arching, I know you're being a jerk, so stop it.
I bark directly at him with no context. You figure that one out.
Insight?
I'll give you this one for free.
Thank
Frustrated.
Tins is gonna check, this door.
Ash just gives the fireplace a wide berth.
Just part of the Dawnbreaker specialized in building infiltrations. I know nothing.
The door apparently is it appears to be unlocked.
Do I hear anything on the other side?
Make a perception check
I'll do it sarcastically.
at disadvantage.
Roll another one real quick.
Gonna be hardly worse than that.
10 still, is he just kind of like, hello? Is anything
Annoyingly,
back there?
like the rest of the rooms, and his unwarranted sense of fear and pride, you hear no answer. You hear nothing beyond. The door is unlocked in this empty, abandoned castle.
He's gonna open the door. Found the wine barrels.
So as you enter, 5 barrels lie in wooden braces along the walls of this dark, moldy storage room. That smell, the mold, and the ancient ale, just remnants of it, just clog your nostrils as you enter.
So allow me to give you my thought process on this, so that way you can maybe not be quite so much of a controlling jerk. 1, this obviously used to be something that Strahd hated, and nobody has come back for outside of looters and their ilk, right? So maybe some creatures.
You all just kind of piled in the room. Can I get a good formation?
I walked back. I walked back out once he started doing his rant, so I'm at where I'm at.
And Durango never actually entered the room.
Okay.
I'm constantly trying to keep up with Tens and make sure that I don't have to jump in front of him to stop
I love it. Sorry,
Yeah.
Tens, continue your rant.
So my thought is, considering that the one big trap outside that's meant to keep people out and or kill them on the way in was already decrepit, the wood in here is almost over a millennia old. The only little bits of magic that is still here are those that are of the bones of the castle.
Yes, Mr. Tens, this is true, but you'll need to be more concise if you wish this to be your epitaph as well. This is too many words to fit on a stone.
Well, let me put... obviously, Strahd still goes back to the Amber Temple and finds that very important. No? Here? There's dust on the floor. There wasn't as much dust on the floor at the Amber Temple.
Mate,
There were
we
people
literally
living there.
saw
Cole, as those words start to leave your mouth, this sudden ice cold slides up to your neck. And that voice whispers from behind you, "Hey mate, I think you should probably listen to your human friend, because this place is a little more dangerous than I think you think, yeah." And behind Cole is this figure, gaunt, bleeding from a wound in the head still. A dusk elf. Alright, so who the fuck are you?
You're muted, Ryan?
Right.
I
it's
keep
not
doing
just
that, I'm
by
sorry,
the-
yeah.
Not just by the sword at the throat, so no quick movements, eh?
I'm quite surprised you did not recognize Fortescue's finest. Or at least the great Durango Fortescue through that doorway right there.
And as Cole's speaking the words, the theme music starts. Durango does a dramatic 180-degree turn into the doorway, dashing smile on his face. "Hello, my friend. Perhaps you were not expecting the like of the great Durango Fortescue."
What I wasn't expecting was a band of idiots to roam in here, trying to wake up the entirety of the castle. I'm surprised Strahd himself hasn't come down from his castle to say what the hell's all the noise.
But my friend, I had it on the strictest assurances by a very knowledgeable source that this place was nothing to worry about. Durango's speaking to the elf, but staring at Tensveda.
Hello. That would be me.
Right, the biggest idiot of them all. I heard you from the second you walked in, started kicking doors.
See? I'm not the only... I told you it was stupid. He
All
points,
right.
he, like, points at...
I literally can't take any more of this shite.
Yeah,
Who
you
the
tell
fuck
me.
are you? And what are you doing here?
I, my friend, am the great Durango Fortescue. Clutched firmly in your grasp is the intrepid, brave Sir Cole Mavvin.
You can see he coughs and a bit of blood comes out of his mouth.
Tens wants to get a read on this guy. I want to know, like, his disposition, get a better grip on who he is and what he's kind of doing here in this room.
Okay. So as you're doing your read, he turns, he just looks up.
I'd prefer the quick version.
How about we do
Go ahead
this?
and make an insight check.
How about we do this before we do anything? If we get the sword off my throat, I can help with those wounds.
Oh, don't worry about it. I can get you out of there if it's necessary.
Oh, I can get out too, mate.
Got a
I'd rather
19
not
on the
have to.
insight.
So looking at Visa Dusk Elf, he looks like coming from the exact same tribe that of all the other Dusk Elves. He seems wounded and in a state that you would consider, I guess, like a rat trapped in a corner. Right? His four strangers burst in his bad state in Barovia. Probably a similar mindset the rest of you would have in this particular moment if you were in his condition.
Fair enough.
No.
Anything else?
No, that's it. He just kind of said,
You know, you're awfully confident for a man with a sword at his throat.
And Tens is going to send a mental message to Cole and just be like, let me handle this for a second. So, look, we're not much different than you, honestly. We're just kind of here. We just kind of stumbled upon the place, thought it might be an interesting place to stay and sleep. See if we're just trying to clear it out for the day. Find some semblance of respite. Obviously, it's not the most safe place because it is completely destroyed and in the purview of Strahd, but it might be safer due to, big locked gates and old traps that may or may not be active, that sort of thing. So, maybe just relax for a second. We're not threatening you.
It's tough to relax, mate. Everything in this bloody place tries to kill you.
Yes. Oh, believe me, I know. I've been knocked out more in this fucking hellscape than anybody else standing in this room.
Make a persuasion check.
25.
25, yeah. So you can see he considers it for a moment, and he takes the sword off your throat, Cole. And he backs away and kind of leans up against one of those wooden barrels. You can see several holes in his arm and the chest that are bleeding, as well as a wound in his head as he sheaths the sword.
All right. Well, name's Savid.
Did you say salad?
Savid.
Savid.
Right.
Well,
Savid, is
Savid,
this
you look like a pincushion. You can answer questions, but Cole, while he's sort of answering questions, is going over and kind of addressing the wounds, and I'll just do 5 points of healing just to get some of those things kind of closed
Sure.
up on the surface.
Perfect.
Land hands.
Right, well, I was out in the woods. I was looking for a missing Vistani girl. Arabelle.
Oh, we found
Oh.
her.
Fucking A. Right, well, I was looking for her, and several of those living fucking needle things attacked me. Those plant things.
Hmm.
Came out of nowhere, just the trees. It just melted from them. Oh, thanks, mate. Took a bit of a volley and managed to hold myself up in the castle here, but it's been a week in and out of consciousness, and I heard you lot banging through the doors.
Mm-hmm.
where were these tree monsters at?
They attacked me in the wood, a bit south of here. I think they were headed. It was outside of Wizards of the Wines, the winery.
We fought those ones. Destroyed them all.
Well, maybe not, because later outside of our prisons, something came by and destroyed the rest of it.
Right,
It's
well,
a cinder now.
that's a shame.
I do think that was Strahd.
It sounds like a very Strahd thing to do, right, cunt he is. But
True.
listen, I appreciate the help. Get me on my feet, I'll be on my way.
So
You're gonna go back to your camp where Casimir was.
Oh, you lot know Casimir?
He took us to the Amber Temple.
Yeah, you just make your way around town, don't you?
Guess you could say the same thing, though.
I see I take the quiet route. You lot can't believe you survived this long. Stomping around.
Is his blood, like the blood that he's got, like fresh?
No, it looks like it's
Okay.
old. Although many of the wounds before Cole started to close them were like get infected and old, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
but not healing because of the infections and the.
Right.
Tell me, my new friend, are you always so eager to criticize your saviors? You call yourself Savid? I say you are saved.
Clever.
Yep, Durango beams a
And
smile
yes,
at him and plays a little
I'm sort
sting
of
on the
known,
mandolin.
around the Dusk Elf encampment for my sunny disposition.
Like we have that in common, mate.
I was gonna say, I think you get along well with Ash.
As he says that, Ash is leaning over to him. I go, I don't like this guy.
Who are you saying that to?
Durango.
Okay.
And you could have said that to anybody about anybody, and I think it would have worked.
As I'm sort of dressing the last of his wounds there, or what I can get to anyway. Just tell me, what sort of dangers we're gonna find in this place?
In this place, oh god, I don't know. I've sort of been in and out here. Just held myself up in this storage area. I don't think nothing's bothered me, although we typically do everything we can to avoid this place.
Why?
Well, rumor is that the dragon still haunts it. You believe such rubbish?
There was an actual dragon.
Yeah, it's, the namesake, Argenvost, was a silver dragon. Like to
Told you it
assume,
meant something.
like to assume human forms. This was his own. Argenvost Holt.
I'm gonna look at him real close. Are you him?
Nice try, mate. You think I'd be
Mhm.
bleeding here if I was a fucking dragon?
Could be.
Right.
If this is your home, it's where I'd go to bleed.
Dragon's long dead, along with all the knights that lived here once upon a time. Much like every part of Barovia, everything dies eventually, never leaves. It
Well,
haunts
yeah.
some corner, but
Dead-ish, though, right? We found one walking the trails, you know.
right, these revenants, memories, right, mirrors, shadows of the life they once had. Their own special hell and prison of their own device. But story goes, right, in human form, the dragon led a group of knights, the Order, Silver Dragon. And they used to be good bloke, right? They give shelter to refugees coming to the valley to escape Strahd's army. Now this goes back centuries, but according to the legends, Strahd's soldiers killed the dragon, destroyed the Order, and sacked the mansion.
And I'll say this.
Interesting.
And end of story.
That's it. Everyone's been too spooked by the place to come up. Obviously, it looks like it's been raided. Perhaps those wild folk or the druids, maybe even just townspeople.
How long have you been here?
Few days, a week maybe. I'm not certain. Time's been a little blurry.
Time is stupid.
Right.
No.
Well, on that note, I'm feeling pretty good. Should probably get back to camp.
You might not find Casimir there, just so you know.
Yep.
Why? What happened?
We sort of lost track of him in the Ember Temple. He seemed excited about one of the finds that were there and then disappeared.
Oh, you're right, Loon. Sometimes that man, he's been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be surprised if he
If he's
Yeah.
dead.
If he's dead or different.
different.
Or like not dead. Or but like should be.
I mean, they're arguably the same thing, right? Dead is different.
Different from this.
It's just a different state of mind, I think.
I don't know if that
Is he
makes sense.
all right?
I'm fine.
He's some sort of fae something.
I've always heard stories. I've never met another elf myself, but we heard stories about our summer cousins in the wilds, and yikes.
Yeah.
Why does everybody hate it when I'm in a good mood? When other people are in a good mood, I don't mind it, even whenever I'm in winter. Perhaps you all should get the sticks out of your asses whenever I'm in a good mood from time to time, huh?
Your good mood puts us all in danger. Is the difference,
It doesn't
mate.
always put you in danger.
Well,
Anyway,
here's what I'll say. It's Barovia, mate. Nobody ain't got nothing to be happy about. Happy is suspicious.
Yeah.
And I'm the most inconspicuous person in this place.
Right, you fit right in.
Well, if you're gonna go, do you have enough stuff to get home? Are you good? Do you need anything?
Well, yeah, I can make my way. Survive this long, right?
I don't trust that one. Did you go up yet? Did you go upstairs? Did you already check everything out?
Christ, no. No, I made it to this
Who's
storage, and
Christ?
this is where I stayed.
Oh.
Ancient Dusk Elven deity.
You want to go with us?
Absolutely not. You'd have to use.
He's gonna pull out he's gonna like dig into his backpack for a second and pull out that super expensive obsidian scepter. He says, "I'll give you this."
No, not enough silver in all of Barovia, mate. I could use a nice long night in my own.
Oh, you're
bed.
quite the bitch then. And he just sticks it back
Right.
in, flops it back over.
A living
My friend, this strategy
Bye.
of yours, this lone wolf approach, has not seemed to have fared well for you. Perhaps you will reconsider.
one.
What he said.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I give him advantage?
Nope.
Fine.
It's 14.
Right, so here's the thing. I'm pretty banged up as is. I'd much prefer to go. As much as you lot seem like an absolute ball, perhaps come see me back in Villagi and we'll talk.
Okay.
But I would really like to leave.
Okay. Bye.
This place gives me the absolute willies, and that's what I'll tell you. Well, nothing has bothered me, but I swear at night, or in fever dreams, I'm not even certain at this point. She walks around in the darkness. So be careful.
What's it sound like? Does it sound like tick, 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 or does it sound like?
Does it sound like Darth Vader?
No, like dragging a foot across the ground while stomping. The other.
Depending on the night, really. Sometimes a bit of both.
You are the most helpful person I've ever met in my life.
I get that a lot, but all right, on that note, I'll be seeing you. Try not to die.
You too.
Safe
Right.
travels to you as well, our new friend. Be sure to sing the praises of the great Durango Fortescue. Durango's like yelling after him as he leaves.
And Fortescue's finest.
Do you think he will tell his ferrets?
I don't think he's going to do anything about it. I think he's going to die in the woods. Or be close to it whenever he gets home. Shall we carry on?
Yeah, might as well. There's a door back here.
Mate, just do me a favor.
Hmm?
Just, you check the doors, great, make sure they're not trapped. Let me go through the door. If something's going to explode, I can take it a bit better than you.
But can you
Please.
get out quickly?
Mate, I know, listen. This is what I do. This is it. I
This
can
is
take
what
a
I
big
do
hit.
too.
Mate, I have lifted you up off the floor more times than I can count.
That's
Just let me-
facing people face to face. I'm not good in combat. I'm fine sneaking around and checking things
if
out.
there's combat around the door, though, so check
Right,
things out.
but
Do
I
your
can
checking out, go to the
run.
doors.
You can run, but you don't.
I can.
But you don't.
Not whenever he's there threatening people like you.
Yeah,
No, I
you
don't.
have you have your expertise in your whatever it is you do, your investigations or whatever it is.
Uh-huh.
My expertise is kicking things' asses and making sure people get out alive. So let me
Right,
do what
so-
I'm good at,
You can go.
and you can
by
continue
all
doing what you're
means.
good at.
Get blown up.
Thank
luck.
you. Alright.
Ash in another voice. And now pronounce you man and wife.
I can't make it through the door for some reason.
Ooh, fat.
Are we still in combat? That's it.
I can't move. Oh yeah, that's why.
Oh. I actually never started combat. I don't
I
think
was
so.
gonna say, did somebody close the door?
do this. This. There we go. All right. So this next door. What's the plan? Or what happens is more appropriate. Is that a willy-nilly just kicks open the door?
Vince is not doing anything.
I would check it.
Which is exactly something I didn't say that at all. Yeah, I guess since Tens is refusing to check the traps, I shall do so.
I got you, Ben. So, you check for traps?
Yeah.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
I'm
Sure.
trying to keep this kid's head on his shoulders, and he's like his little, Tens. Oh, he makes me so angry.
Just trade him his shield
check.
for his lockpicks, you know?
Just trying to keep him alive.
Listen, Tins is listening for people on the other side. He's convinced all the traps in this place are well out of date.
You know, I could just replace James with Carl.
It's true. I can play him pretty well. It'd be great.
Yeah,
I
I'll
don't
check
know
the
that I would trust you.
Yeah,
Carl
I'll
would
check the
check
door.
for traps.
Investigation.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Nice.
We can't get in combat.
We're dead, but it's
We're
nice.
not allowed to get in combat.
So, as you check around the door, you've seen this done many times, and you know what to look for. You were a Dawnbreaker, right? This kind of thing, right up your alley. Even though you're not specialized in these types of things, you've seen it done many times. You check the seams, you check the all the hinges and everything. You look for runes. Nothing.
I
Door
told
seems
you
unlocked.
it's gonna be fine. Just open the door.
I'm not listening to you.
I don't know why I haven't gotten hurt yet.
That's not true.
And as you enter the room, a 20-foot high long table with sculpted dragons for legs stands in the center of this hall. The chairs that surround the table have backs carved to resemble folded dragon wings. Several of the chairs have been overturned or smashed to pieces on the ground. Those ornate wings broken and smashed. Suspended above the table is a crystal chandelier that glows with a soft white light, dances in the darkness. Now illuminated even more by the sword of the blazing sun. Standing in the windowed alcoves are two life-size statues depicting knights with dragon-winged helms and shields. These ancient and towering figures. You see 5 sets of wooden doors that lead to this hall, this grand chamber. The doors in the northeast corner hang open. A pair of leaded glass doors, their panes cracked and broken, stand open between panels of stained glass in the east wall. The panels themselves depict silver dragons in flight, beautiful and majestic, intricately carved. And beyond those glass doors lies a dark, misty room that appears to be a chapel.
Is the light luminescing on its own, like from some sort of enchantment, or?
Appears to be.
I'm just gonna cautiously enter and sort of just look around, make sure nothing's moving, and I think we're clear.
Let me check something real quick.
Vividly remembering the construct that Poe was controlling and that we fought in the temple, Ash is going to move over to this side of the room away from that statue.
Tins is going to hop up on the table, pull out that wand, and tink, 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 wand of secrets.
Okay, you cast the wand of secrets around the room. Nothing.
No traps, no secret doors.
Cole, start to, sort of drawn to it just based off of what he's used to. He's gonna start making his way towards those chapel doors.
Okay, great.
Tins is gonna pull one of the crystals off the crystal chandelier. Or at least try to, without taking the entire thing down, to see if it still glows after it's off the chandelier.
You make a dexterity check for me, and Cole. Are you entering?
No, I'm just sort of at the precipice.
Okay. The room itself from the outside is just like covered in this dense fog. You can see through it these cracked wooden pillars that support a wooden U-shaped balcony. Overhangs this stone-walled chapel. Narrow archways leading to spiraled staircases that curl up to the balcony. And a door set in the north wall that has a wooden beam barring it. The east side of the chapel rests a stone altar flanked by iron candelabras. The altar is carved with a rising sun like bas-relief. Tall, arching windows set with panels of stained glass decorate the walls behind the altar. And one of the windows has been shattered, as if Ash has already been here.
I didn't do it.
So through the fog, you can see glints of this stained glass kind of glinting off whatever light manages to reach them, shattered on the floor. The fog itself, again, comes up to almost the top of each, like maybe almost to the tops of the pillars. You can just barely see the bas-relief sticking out above it.
Like we got some fuckery over this way.
Got a 13 on my dex check.
Yeah, you snap off that crystal.
Mm-hmm.
The chandelier doesn't completely come with it, but as you break it off, it just stops glowing.
That's a shame. Oh, it would be neat. Kind of tosses it back towards Ash.
Ash doesn't catch it. Ash is wondering what he's standing in as he splashes in this puddle over here.
Just shatters against the wall.
You gotta give a guy a warning.
Slowly step through the door.
Tins will hop down and join him.
And the shield up, spear forward.
Got the sun sword out. Hand kind of like in the ball of bag of marbles.
Okay. As you enter the room, the fog begins to kind of part and mist around you. It's just kind of following your form as you enter through, reaching up almost to your chests. And as you get closer and closer towards the center, you can see 3 statues kneeling in front of the bas-relief. Except they're not statues. You can see the glint of the light from the sun sword now glinting off of metal armor. Voices suddenly fill the hall. Deep, somber, and booming. More looters come to take the treasures of anger, Vostold. Shall we make them penitent? I concur. Let us show them the light. And with that, the 3 figures stand up, these massive, towering humanoids, this metal armor with these now almost blackened wings, like extruding from the shoulders and the helmets as they turn, massive great swords in hand. And that's where we'll take our first break. So thank you, everybody.
Of course it is.
You were this close to just skip Tumaloo right through that room.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just gonna let him do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then I have to heal him, and that means I can't
But
smite
then
anybody.
there was fog. So I
Have to do
stopped.
thought maybe the Sun Sword was going to do something for the fog, and I was kind
I
of
did
sad when
too.
it didn't.
I did too. That's why I was like, hey, he's gonna hop off next. Anyway,
Anyways, thank you everyone for sticking in there with us. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. And we will spend your elf eggs. Again, we will draw the winner on Thursday. And, or did I say tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Okay, we'll draw the winner tomorrow. So spend your elf eggs tonight. Last chance. And then I'll have all new dice for you tomorrow. Yeah, we'll have the new dice to announce, I think, on Thursday. Anyways, whatever I said. Tomorrow. And we'll, I don't know, give us 10. We'll be right back. Yeah, whatever. Saxophone, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of saxophones,
Yeah.
these three revenants turn towards you, armored, this ancient dragon armor, massive great swords in front of them. I
Surprised
need
it's
everybody
meatloaf.
to roll initiative.
Did you say you're surprised it's meatloaf?
I said surprise it's meatloaf.
Oh.
I'd much rather some natural one. I've not rolled a
would
good
too.
initiative.
It's fine. I rolled a natural 20 for 23 on my initiative. It's fine. Duality, friend. Duality.
Yeah, great. You get a turn. I rolled a nat 1.
As the healer, it's usually good to go last.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't want to be the
And I
hero
don't
that one hit things with my stick.
If I could tell me about it, bruh.
Nope.
All right, and let's see where we fall. See, not great. Almost block. Okay. Durango, as per usual.
So,
The enemy presents itself to you, rising from the fog.
Please don't.
Phrasing.
so Durango is very quick to react. He's pretty nimble on his feet. Without a delay, he charges in. As he does, his fingers are working on the mandolin, flying up and down the fretboard, dancing on the strings.
All right, did you just say charges in?
Charges in.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was as shocked as you are.
Yeah, that'll raise some eyebrows. Yeah, so about 5 feet away, Durango leaps forward, just shredding on that mandolin. And as his feet touch the ground, right in front of the first of the knights, the ground around him just explodes in lightning, and Durango disappears. It's Thunderstep.
I was gonna say, is that like a prestidigitation effect? It just dramatically vanishes.
That's
Keep that one in your back pocket.
DC 15 Constitution save for those
Mhm.
three. And Durango reappears where he was.
Ooh.
Wow.
18, 11, and 15.
As a reaction, the one that rolled 15, I'm going to impose that D6 subtraction. Yeah, D6 subtraction.
okay.
With Muse.
Doesn't matter, it'll fail no matter what I roll, so. All right.
All right, so everybody takes, what's that? That's 4d10 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Come on, dice, be kind.
Well,
It's
A little
18.
less than average.
So as you dive into the room, rushing past your friends in this shocking change of character, you jump and leap in front of the first one. As you do, the fog and everything just pulses inward before being pushed out as this cacophonous scream of thunder from your cord strike just blasts everything through the area. You see shards of glass that are on the floor just begin to shatter and burst against the walls as this thunder just erupts from Durango before he vanishes and reappears as if nothing had happened. And does that end your turn, sir?
Yes, that is the end of my turn.
Great. The knights, as everything clears and the fog begins to pull back in, despite the fact that some of the armor there, you can still see them standing with those great swords just in front of them, unfazed. Some scorch marks on the armor, but otherwise, still looking good. And with that, it'll be Ash's turn.
Ash will maybe. Can't move my character. Not sure why.
Turn move.
Yep, sorry.
Oh, okay. I hate being dumb at this.
It's not you.
I'm gonna move into this corner here. Cole, do the light thing. Do the light thing. And I'm gonna hold my arrow attack for if one of them comes within 10 feet of an ally. And that'll end my turn. Yeah. That'll end my
Okay, so
turn.
you just ready that attack, holding the arrow up, screaming, do the light thing.
Yep.
Okay. And Sveta.
Tins will smack Cole on the ass and say, well, you wanted to be up front. Good luck. And cast Enlarge on him. Oh, not what I wanted to do.
This is my corner. Get out of here.
And then he will also bonus action help him and say, go get him. So his next attack will have advantage on whichever one he hits.
Yeah, Cole,
That's my
so
turn?
you suddenly, you double in size in the middle of this cathedral. Just your shoulders almost touching those two stone columns on either end. These three knights now, maybe 3/4 of your size, just staring. They seem to stare at you, lifeless through these massive metal great helms. And as they do, each one now raises their sword and points it at one of you. One southward to Ash, the other one in the middle to Tensveta, and the other one directly at Cole. You will suffer our wrath. As I need all three of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Is this a charm effect?
It is... No.
+3 to everyone. Oh, thank God.
So 13.
19 on the die for 23 total.
Ash
Well, 26.
There's no way.
and Tensveta, you are both paralyzed.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right.
Suddenly, as these three figures raise those swords, you were just locked in this perpetual fear. Your eyes focusing on these great helms, this fire burning beneath, now sucking you in. These glowing red eyes, and you can feel this hate and pure vengeance as it just locks you in place.
Okay, let me ask you a question, DM. Since paralyzed puts the incapacitated on a creature, would I drop concentration on enlarge?
It says unless you're incapacitated, right?
What, concentration?
Yeah. Because that's not unconscious. So just look that up real quick.
You can still think. You know what I mean?
So you think.
You don't need any muscles for that.
Being incapacitated or killed, you lose concentration on a spell if you are incapacitated or if you die. So,
Right.
Fantastic.
Like Mario getting the mushroom and immediately getting hit
There goes
by a
Swole
Goomba. Swole Maven.
He still
Suddenly-
gets the hope action.
Feeling good, feeling brave and empowered in this massive form. You step forward and the gaze does nothing to you. You feel that fear try to grip you and you shake it off. Your resilience and your faith, stronger than anything. now in this enlarged size, and then suddenly as you shake it off, you are pulled down as you watch your friends just staring up blankly at these creatures. Roll.
Show me the light. You know who I am. I speak for it. And I'm going to cast sunlight.
Okay.
As from the amulet sort of illuminates his entire body as that light comes out from the shape of coal and forms into room-filling light. And I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move right up to the one front, and sort of just slowly and confidently, strutting forward.
That's it. Okay, so the room just erupts with bright light. As Cole strides through, almost through it, like stepping like the Dawn Father out of the morning sun towards the opponent. And that ends your turn?
Yeah, that's it. Just put on a show.
Yeah, I love it. Durango.
Naturally, while Cole was putting on this performance, he has theme music. Durango shredding away behind him. And as he steps forward, man, the light touches these knights, like on cue, like pyrotechnics. The air in front of Cole explodes as Durango casts Shatter on everyone that is not Cole. Just move that back a little bit. So same Constitution save.
So tasty.
Yep, gonna use reaction again on that guy that passed.
On this one? Okay, yep.
Yeah. So hold on, I got the damage queued up here.
Oh, still succeeds.
Just enough to succeed.
Worth a shot. It's 21 damage. And don't suppose these guys are constructs.
They're not.
Worth a shot. That's all I got.
I mean, one could argue that they're a construct of their environment.
Aren't we all?
Boy, I'm on it tonight, y'all.
Okay.
Oops. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, so as that shatter erupts, you can see the ground itself cracks and breaks underneath them, still holding those swords out. You can see the weight just shakes, and one of them kind of reverberates and shakes with the sword out, but still they stand stalwart. That bas relief in the back actually also cracks. You can just crack his form all the way up through the sun. Ash, you're paralyzed.
Mm-hmm. Clarifying
No
question.
No saving throw. What?
Okay. Clarifying question on my turn, just, in case I get to use it. Did we determine last time that for me, Eldritch Blast counts for total level or Warlock level?
It's total level.
Total level, okay. That's what I thought, but I just wanted to make
If
sure.
it was Warlock level, it would specifically say Warlock level.
Sure. Okay. Ash is sitting there like he's...
Yep. Gunsveta, paralyzed. No saving throw. As these three knights now standing before you, Cole, the first one, they all three lower their swords at the same time, and you see them pull them back in this battle-ready stance. As this one darts towards Ash. And like lightning, they just leap forward. Each one moving independently towards their sworn target. The first great sword attack against you, Ash. It's a 17. Well, you're paralyzed, right? So
Yeah. Insta crit, isn't it?
was it advantage or insta crit? I always forget.
On paralyzed, any attack that hits a creature is a critical hit if they're within 5 feet of it.
Yep.
And they have advantage.
For 46 points of slashing
Holy
damage.
ball sack!
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Good news, you're no longer paralyzed.
That's nice. That's a good. It's great.
Second
Jason
one-
Dean.
It's a revenant, man. What do you want from me? It doesn't matter.
no,
Anyways,
it
natural
doesn't matter
20.
anyway.
Do I have
Love
a
it.
reaction? Do I have a reaction?
No, you're paralyzed.
It doesn't take away reactions.
It
It does.
Actually, I don't. It takes away actions or reactions. Yes, it does. Fuck me, running. I am unconscious.
But you take 52 points of slashing damage. Good news, you're not paralyzed anymore.
Yeah.
But you are frightened. I mean, if you're awake.
No, I am unconscious and dying.
Yep. Cole?
Wow, okay, so...
This one was not my fault.
Okay.
Fuck.
So the one directly in front of me, I just square up with him and go, all right, mate, let's do it. And I, from Cole's hands, see sort of this red energy start to radiate out. And I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this one right in front of me. So I deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever I hit it with a weapon attack. And that's my bonus action. As my action, while my hands are still radiating this sort of red energy, I come and stab I spin the spear around and stab at his jugular. Well, yeah, that's a 13.
Yeah, it just glints. See, again, the figure just standing there, almost goading you to attack him. The spear just glints off that metal gorget at his throat.
I pull it back, spin the spear back around, and try to find a spot and sort of where the plate meets in his waist area. Okay, that's better. 28.
28 hits.
Thank you, Jesus. That ancient elven, Tuskelvian deity.
That's 12 plus another d6. For another 4, so that's 16 points of damage, and I'm going to smite at level 2.
It's undead, right? So that's 48.
48?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Because it's 3d8 at a second level, and if it's undead, it adds another d8.
Why are you not... There we go. Damage... 2d8, 2d8. And that's 18 points of smite.
Don't forget your extra d6 on this damage, too.
Does that work with Hunter's Mark? My first time
Every-
using it.
It's every time on Hunter's Mark, I believe. Let me
Nice.
check. I'm like 90% sure it's every attack. Yep.
Okay, so then that's an extra 2, so that's... I don't know how many points you just did. 20...
27.
There we go.
Oh wait, you already added the d6. My bad. No, you didn't. I'm a liar. Did you? Fuck.
I
Hey,
added it
dude.
once for my
Okay.
original attack and once again for the smite.
Oh, okay. Then it's only on the. You don't add it for the smite. So take the
Okay.
2 out.
Okay, so then
Okay.
25.
So, Cole, you're a fairly tall human, right? I mean, roughly 6 feet, 6'1", right around that mark.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So bigger than the majority of your party and taller than a lot of the people you've met in Barovia. And this figure still has inches on you as it stares down at you like this massive mountain of metal and malice. And you can see as that spear pierces through that metal plate, it catches something underneath. It glides in. And as it does, the figure just reaches down and grabs the spear. That metal helm just staring at you. Blank expression. You who worship the dawn. Well done. Pulls it from itself, kind of pushes you back with it. You can see it turns towards the altar, kneels down once more as the other 3 knights come to its side. And they just sort of dissipate in the fog. Tensveta, make a death saving throw.
From the corner, you just hear Ash.
That is a success.
Are we still in initiative order?
You are muted, JD.
In a familiar scene, you are left standing, the room empty, Tensveta bleeding out on the floor, Ash barely clinging to life, and Durango untouched.
This is literally every battle.
This is
Every
how every
single
battle,
fucking fight. It's
every
every
battle
single
plays
fucking
out like
fight.
this. Well, you know, the elf's dead. All right. Walk over. I don't know if he can heal himself at all. I'll just go over and put, grab him up again, grab him by the lapel, stand him on his feet, and as I'm lifting him, I'm putting 5 points of lay on hands. Get up, wake up, and I'm, sort of patting him on the cheek and doing the, all right, you awake, eyes focusing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sleep it off.
I did what you said this time. I did it right. I didn't go.
You did it right. Yeah, sometimes, even when you do it right,
Then just do it wrong if it's gonna happen every time. Fuck.
I'm trying to give you the best chance of survival, mate.
There's no surviving Barovia. And as he says that, you can see like little wisps of red starting to curl across his hair.
Well, you're
Well-
still alive. Yeah.
Mr. Tense, this is the most hospitable place I believe we have found in some time. Did you... Oh, I suppose you did not hear from your position on the ground, but our gracious host even offered a compliment to the brave Sir Cole as he skewered him through the guts.
I don't care. It did not mean I was wrong in everything.
Yes, it is true. Even his opponents are astounded by his grace and strength in combat. Durango turns as if he's been talking to Ash the whole time, continuing this tirade.
Ash is gonna ease himself up, grab some
Alright.
dust off the floor, rub
How
it
many
into
spell
the
slots
cut.
do I have to spend? What do we
No,
do?
don't worry about it. And I'm gonna use second wind.
Okay.
Tens cannot heal himself, so he's just gonna ignore everything, put the blade away. Well, not put it away, but like use it to get the fog out of the way and go and check out this altar. Start digging around on it.
Yeah, this room's cleared. We should probably rest up while we're here and just take some time to check this out.
It's fine.
I mean, it had the big bad dude with the sword. He stared into my soul. I couldn't move. Something important's in here. Gotta be, right? Ow.
I don't need any short rests, but it's would Ash and Ten's like one.
I've only got 4 d8s to roll with. That's an average of what? Roughly 20? No. 18, 16, something like that.
You guys do the math while I take a short rest. How about that?
Yeah, we might as well. We're bound to run into something else here, so.
Okay, so you all sort of settle in. The fog's still looming in this chapel, glowing softly in the light of the sunlight spell that is still illuminating the room.
I think I would have pulled that down
Okay.
after the revenants dissipated.
Yeah. As it fades, like the sun setting behind the evening sky, you can see the light glinting off that relief, that symbol of what you now can see is the Morning Lord.
Well. I'm gonna actually step behind this sort of altar, and are there like the traditional sort of ceremonial elements, censers and candle setup and that sort of thing?
Most of that stuff, although the candles from the candelabras are still there, although whatever candles were in them are long since deteriorated. Censers and everything rusted, and nothing useful remains.
I'm gonna start going through like some of my interior jacket pockets, and I'm gonna start replacing the candles. I've got 10 candles on me, and I have a couple blocks of incense, and I'm just gonna chip a little off into one of the censers, and just make the little spot look a little active, and not gonna go through the whole rigmarole with the ceremony, but just to sort of, at least in emotionally kind of cleanse the place.
The candelabras each take 6 candles, so you're 2 short. Each candle representing an hour of daylight.
Yep.
I'll
fill one then.
Yeah. So you fill the first one, which, to be honest, is probably fitting for Barovia. Just begin to pray as your friends recover.
Tins will offer up a couple of extra candles. I've got 5 for some reason.
Oh yeah, if you wouldn't mind, we'll fill both.
Mm-hmm. How many do I have to give you? Just 2?
Yeah.
And then he's going to prop himself up on the altar, just kind of like sitting there and take his rest, looking at that green gem. It's kind of...
As the candles flicker away, I'm just gonna go and check all the reliefs and all, kind of give it a once over with, trying to figure out, if there are any sort of stations or, meaning to the religious elements.
Muted.
As you continue to perform your rituals, nothing seems to change. Although the atmosphere is a little more inviting, although that fog still just rolls through.
Yeah, so is there any sort of like, basically I'm just trying to like use a religion check to kind of ascertain what's being told here, or if there's certain like.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead and make a religion check.
It's terrible anyway. 13.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, it doesn't take much, right, to see that for you, realistically, so it's just it is while old, and predating probably even Strahd himself. The temple is an older depiction of the god of the dawn. It is the Morning Lord, but that's really all you can tell.
Gotcha. All right, yeah, and I'll spend the remaining time just sort of just paying some respects to the altar, cleaning up debris, dusting it off a little bit, just making it look halfway presentable in this fogged room.
Ash will sidle up on over to Cole. Seems a little strange, this part, doesn't it?
With the chapel.
Well, it's the kind of the Morning Lord symbolism, right?
Well, it seems to me before Strahd took over, Worship of Lathander was in common. You go to the temple back in Vlaka, you got this.
There's the one up there in Kresk, too.
There's Kresk, yeah, don't remind me.
I mean, that's all great and dandy, but isn't this Order of the Silver Dragon?
Did he have any silver dragons in his stuff?
Yeah, is there? Would I be able to make a roll on that if there's any sort of correlation between Lathander and silver dragons?
I'll give you with your 13 from earlier. No and yes. So it's not uncommon because it's not specific to Lathander. There are a lot of silver dragons that worship their own version, their own god of justice, Bahamut, and but it's not uncommon. Metallic dragons are known to be lawful and good, so it's not uncommon that they would be found worshiping a lawful good pantheon.
Yeah.
It's not something back home that you hear about often. I mean, I don't know that Cole has ever seen a dragon.
Yeah, no.
Outside of a statue or a depiction or in a book.
Yep. We all have someone to worship, right? Mostly. Dragons aren't, exceptional in that.
Yeah, I suppose. I guess where I'm from, the worship of a silver dragon is pretty significant in its own right.
I mean, it's... But there is a god that's specifically a dragon, that people worship. Platinum, I think, is the color on that one. Can't be a bad sign, right? Might be a good omen.
Yeah. Could be.
And clearly, those, whatever they were, respected the fact that I was, speaking for the Morning Lord.
Yeah, I could.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that could be it. I don't know. The stupid fireplace told us to shine light on his whatever. So maybe it was the light, Morning Lord light,
Well, the
metaphor and
elf.
whatnot.
Didn't the elf say that the ghost of a dragon was supposed to be here?
Do you not remember seeing the thing fly overhead when we first got here?
Oh, I remember.
You guys daft?
You're still in upstairs.
Right.
I'm just
Let's
saying
go
the fireplace
upstairs.
said it was his night, so Right, let's make sure that we've got, this all taken care of, and then, yeah, head up.
Well, I think, and if memory serves, there's not going to be much else on the other side of that other door except spiders. Probably.
Yeah. And best survive fighting if we can.
So the question becomes, do we want to go up here? Do we want to go up the grand staircase? Also, does that mean this is our castle now, since you claimed it from the Revenants?
Mate, I would take this castle in a heartbeat. We cleared
It's
this
so
land.
nice.
We
It's
cleared
so
this
nice.
land. This is the Keeper Fortescue's finest.
I don't know that the ghost of the dragon will appreciate that. But
May we be so thankful, and thank you for clearing Strahd off our lands. You can have anything you want. Take my castle, the great Mavvin.
no, probably not. And he just hops off and just starts for the staircase.
He puffs up his chest.
Yeah, just don't pick him up next time.
Yeah, he said. Yeah. By the way, I only healed 15 points off of that short rest. I'm sitting at 20.
First one up the stairs.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Pretty neat, right?
It was. I could see my homies down below for a second there. Hey, there's a throne.
My homies down below me.
Yeah, so you can see as you go up that that corridor or that small staircase, narrow windows allow just very dim light to enter this. It's just a pretty basic 5-foot wide staircase that opens up to the this balcony that overlooks the temple below.
What's up with this chair?
Typically, at service, you'd have sort of an upper balcony that was outside of the rabble for the, nobility and nobility.
Oh, so this is where Twinkle Toes behind me would sit. Got it. And he's gonna check the door and just kind of listen.
And make a perception check.
Ash looks at Durango. Goes, "You talking about you? You talking about me? I don't know anymore."
Got an 8.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
Gonna check the door. Like for traps.
For traps, okay. Make an investigation check.
That's
do
a
it with
good
this-
rogue.
And I'll do it with disadvantage because he's doing it sarcastically.
You run
Ten.
through them. You run through the motions. As you kind of teasing Cole the whole way.
Oh, I'm gonna blow up. And then he opens the door.
You literally almost just died.
He got punched
not
once.
It's not because I rushed in, though. It's because they came to me and you didn't stop them. And he just kind of steps through the door.
The room itself is just a small hallway, but in either side, both north and south, there's a red curtain to the north and a black one right behind you, made of this dusty, but you can tell soft velvet.
Ash is gonna do a look over this chair, not like super intense, but does like it look like it's still dusty and covered just like everything else is? Doesn't look like it's been disturbed for a while.
Roll initiative.
For which one?
For the chair on the balcony.
The chair is
The
now it's
balcony.
covered in dust. Nothing sat there for a very long time.
Follow everybody else in the hall, I guess.
Tens is just gonna walk around. There's a door here.
Yeah, just those two curtains, and one of them, as you walk by, a breeze from a broken stained glass window kind of ripples through. You can see a white marble pedestal beneath that curtain, something sitting atop it.
Oh, well, my curiosity won't let me not go touch it.
And as you pull back the curtain, you look on this pedestal, and sitting there, bleeding out, pulsing from the neck, squirting blood across the white marble, is your own severed head.
Oh no. Then he just kind of backs up.
Oh, what's that? Hey, you're right back.
It was a
It's a white marbled statue, handsome middle-aged human. Just a head sitting there in a bust,
yeah,
mustache and a beard.
I saw my face, my head bleeding out on the thing. So, yeah, and he just starts walking down the hallway.
What is he on about?
Now, I think there's, fuckery about. He saw his head on that statue.
Yeah, he's walking like 10 feet ahead of us right now.
Don't make me run, please. This armor's heavy.
So as you walk down that corridor, there's two stone balconies that flank the main foyer. Balusters carved to resemble knights in shining armor, similar to the ones you've just seen, support their elegantly carved stone railings. Weapons and shields festoon the walls along each of these walkways, while alabaster busts of those same male figures flank hallways that lead north and south away from the foyer. At the west end of each balcony is an archway that leads to a spiral staircase going up. Down the hall to the south, you see through the what remains. It breaks off into a broken just floor that just stretches off into the distance. You can see the mountain beyond. You can see the forests and the rivers far away. And creeping up attached to the floor itself, those spider webs.
Well, I don't think we need to go that way.
I'll come by and look down the hall.
Spider webs.
Yeah. These are massive.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I actually vote that we go on the other side of the castle and see what's up there and go, yeah.
Well, that's mostly the sizes together, right? The sides sort of collapsed out.
Right. So.
Yeah. Sure.
Alright, back this way then.
You see these as well. There are two additional rooms here. I don't know if you guys are seeing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I asked earlier, is if that was a door I could check.
Oh, sorry. I'm only half paying attention to you.
That's fine. I'm only half paying attention to.
Yeah, the door is unlocked, swing open.
He's gonna step inside and take a look.
You can see that rainwater seeping in from up above, seeping through cracks in the ceiling and flowing into a pool on the sagging floor. The pool fills about half the room. Bare stone shells line the walls. The wood is soft and spongy. And you light on your feet, and Sveta feel like this is probably about as much as it would hold. For the rest of you, they'd go into the other one. It is a small bathroom. The room contains an iron tub, wood paneling on the walls that rises to the height of 3 feet. And above the paneling, the walls are painted with this continuous faded mural of a mountainscape.
Anybody's got a leak, do it now. Turn this party around, I swear.
I even put a mural in the loo. Look at that.
This is quite posh, no?
I'm telling you, Rango, it's got good bones, right? You know, it's got potential. You got to see past the spider webs and the
Sarkol, the great
ghosts.
visionary.
Good luck trying to fix up that other wing.
It'll take time, but it's doable. I'll be here a lot longer than you guys, so, you know. King needs his castle. And he's gonna start, like, meandering his way down the hallway.
Wait, what was that?
And he just listens to the door.
You're not good at trying to pretend like you're ignoring me.
So this T-shaped hallway branches to the west and east, and you are in that southern portion. There are 3 arched windows in the north wall that look out over the foggy grounds. As you look through this open doorway.
Oh, it's open. Okay.
Yep. You see 2 beds with torn canopies standing against opposite walls. A tattered rug lying on the floor between them. Set into that far wall is a fireplace, another one, black with soot. Soft hiss issues from the hearth.
Does it look like it was lit recently?
Make an
Just from a
investigation
distance?
check. Or make a perception check.
Either one works. 23.
It does not. There's no sign of anything around it that would have lit it. And based on your past experience, tough to say whether it's magical in nature or not.
It's now another fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in there worth? Okay, wait.
I'm just
Maybe.
Oh,
I
wait.
mean,
in the doorway. That's it. Yeah, I'm not going that far in.
If you want to give me a few moments, I can see if it's going to be another fire dragon thing.
Yeah, please,
Maybe
by all
let
means.
Cole do that.
Well, I wouldn't know how to tell that, mate. That's sort of a tense thing.
It'll take me a while too, so if you guys want to go check out the other rooms without me for a moment, it seems like the major rooms are all the ones that are, you know, threatening for the most part. He's gonna pull out like a handful of marbles and begin doing ritual casting, detects magic.
Yep. Okay. So you take a few minutes. Everybody just kind of watches as you conduct this ritual. As the spell illuminates your eyes, glazing over with that magical energy, it appears to be, it appears that there is something magical in nature to it. It's evocation or maybe abjuration. Combination of the two.
Yeah. As the marbles kind of like float between his hands and they kind of snap to glowing those individual colors, both red and green. His eyes kind of echoing it. He looks over there and he looks over at Cole. Potentially dangerous. Probably just protective wards.
Don't need to disturb it, right? There's nothing in here that we need. Looks like a bedroom.
Probably. Might also have more answers. It was nice to know that you needed to show them the light, yeah?
Oh, that was helpful.
Yeah.
I think he's more respectful of the fact that I got to him.
Tens is just gonna go over to the fireplace.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, as you get close, that hissing, the ash begins to collate and spin around you. Not fire this time, as it just kind of bursts into this puff of smoke that illuminates and takes shape in the air into another small draconic figure.
Hello.
Just flies around. This one doesn't say anything to you, just whooshes past and whoops past all of you as it takes off down the hall and up the spiral staircase.
Do we follow it?
I think so. And Tense just runs past and
I
follows
didn't have
it.
to ask him.
Durango turns to Cole and gestures towards, where Tens went. So, Cole, do we follow it?
I think we sort of have to now. And just takes off.
Hearing the clank of Cole's armor because he was staring out the window at the end of the hall, waiting for Tens. Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
Oh,
he
good
tenses off
gods.
again. Yeah, we're chasing a
Tens-
dragon.
Detect magic lasts 10 minutes. So. Chasing a dragon.
Chasing
Made
a
of-
dragon up the stairs. Yep. And as you
Made
do,
of ash.
you approach and you exit out through these. It ends up coming out through these round-topped wooden door, or these spiral staircases, and these round-topped wooden towers. As you reach the top, you can feel that cold wind blowing through, whipping across the top of the castle outside. The door is still closed. The windows to it are open. There are no glass. It is just stone. As you look out at the kind of the broken top of this castle, and as you stare out, you can see in the beyond through the broken stone top of this once great manor. You see the mountains beyond, the mist, and the sun still desperately trying to cling to life behind that gray, scale, foggy wall that is the sky. That's where we'll pick up next week.
All right. Okay.
I'm
Suckers.
so glad we didn't have to kill the revenants. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That was.
I don't think we could have.
We couldn't
Being
have. That's the
completely
thing. We
honest.
couldn't have.
I don't think we could have. I don't
No.
think there was anything we could have done to actually
No.
do so.
No.
I'm still
Well-
trying to determine if that was part of the module or if it was the DM being nice to us because of the.
No, I think that has to be part of the module. And it has to be. Or is it? I don't like that look you're giving me right now. I'm gonna go look up that section in the book now.
That's a very happy birthday.
It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. My benevolence knows no bounds.
I
Mine
mean,
does.
Anyways, thank you everybody for spending your elf eggs. Thank you for spending all this time with us. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you, Foundry. Thank you, Forge. Normally we would raid tonight, but I think we have another obligation that we have to run to. So take your pick. Somebody want to roll, and you guys can all decide where you want to go.
Yeah. Sure. I'll roll 3.
So here's the thing, chat. You roll a die. You roll your die. You decide where you look at the Dungeons and Dragons thing, count the number, and you decide where you go. If you want to follow us, go to 3. Because, we've had a ton of OBS problems over the past 3 days, or past 7 days. You guys know, you've been here for it. Can't do it tonight. We'll get it fixed for tomorrow. But in the meantime, stay loud, stay proud, make some friends out there. We'll see you all tomorrow for a Sinner stream, where we give away the dice for the month. Thursday, where we announce the new ones, and then back here Sunday, where I maybe kill everyone for like the 18th time.
Why are you the one dancing? You're the one who got one shot.
Roof.
Bye, everybody.